And at this signing ceremony between the leaders of Turkey and Kosovo, they're signing a number of bilateral agreements between the two countries. Kosovo considers Turkey one of its biggest champions. It says that it's thanked Türkiye for its steadfast support of its existence and recognized the fact that Türkiye was one of the first countries in the world to recognize Kosovo as an independent nation. And earlier, Kosovo's President Vjosa Osmani was in Ankara to receive an honorary doctorate from Ankara University. Speaking at the ceremony, Osmani said that as she accepted the award, she was reminded of the very essence of the unique bond between our people, and as such, she will forever hold this award as a significant symbol of the friendly and honest relations between the two countries.
Gençlik ve spor alanında işbirliği anlaşması. Türkiye
Now, Kosovo's President Vjosa Osmani also stressed the importance of receiving this award at Ankara University, recognizing the high caliber of professors at that institution. She also stressed that relations between Kosovo and Türkiye were strong, dynamic and multi-layered, adding that these relations stood the test of time. They stand on strong foundations and thrive on the values that we share and the common vision for peace and stability. Okay, let's get some analysis now with our diplomatic correspondent, Andrew Hopkins, who's with us in Ankara. Hi there, Andrew. Explain to us the significance of this visit by Kosovo's leader.
Well, what we're seeing at the moment is further cementing of ties between these two countries. There are 3 agreements, we understand, that are being signed at the moment. They are relating to cooperation between the 2 foreign ministries, also youth and sports and forestry. They don't seem to be huge agreements in a way, but really these 2 countries, particularly since Kosovo's declaration of independence back in 2008, have becoming closer and closer all the time. Turkey has been a big champion of Kosovo's declaration of independence, and the day after was one of the first countries to approve of that, to recognize that. And since then it's been very supportive of its attempts to get recognition from all of the countries around the world. The total currently stands at somewhere just above 100. But at the United Nations there are 190 or so countries, so there is still some way to go. But certainly Turkey and Kosovo have a lot of very strong links. Turkey is one of the top 3 investors in the country, alongside Germany and Slovenia. And the Kosovo president,
I'm sorry,
Andrew, is here at the moment.
To cut you off there, because the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan is now addressing the media. Let's listen in.
Host Ms. Osmani Sadriu, the President of the Republic of Kosovo, for her first visit to Turkey, and I'm very happy to host her and her delegation here, and I would like to once again welcome her and her delegation to Ankara. The President's visit to Turkey indeed is a symbol and will be serving for further strengthening the relations in between our countries. With Ms. President, we in our bilateral talks and as well during our interdelegations talks, we addressed the processes in between Turkey and Kosovo in greater detail. Starting with the Balkans and Ukraine, we addressed many developments unfolding in our region and we exchanged opinions. along with our political relations, economic, trade-related, energy, defense industry, culture, education, health, and anti-terrorism are the areas where we can further improve our cooperation, and we negotiated what we can possibly do. Kosovo's sovereignty, territorial integrity, and political unity is very much attached with importance by our country as known. As one of the first countries that recognized the independence of Kosovo, we have, since the first day on, supported our Kosovan brothers and sisters. We attach great importance to the fact that Kosovo is to come to the desired level. And we are very much happy for the increasing level of welfare and prosperity in Kosovo. TICA indeed is active in Kosovo and has so far completed more than 700 projects. And Turkish companies made an investment of more than 400 million in Kosovo. Many Turkish companies continue increasing the scope of their investments in Kosovo, and they're ready to increase more. The free trade agreement that came in effect in 2008 has also ensured a positive course in our trade relations. And the export of Kosovo to Türkiye has also started increasing. Despite the pandemic, our trade volume has increased by 52% and has come to the level of $600 million. With the lessening effect of the coronavirus pandemic in the world, I believe that our relations will grow even stronger. Our cognates in every field of life do contribute to the development and flourishing of Kosovo, and we're proud to follow all these steps. Distinguished members of press, all actors in our region and beyond our region do necessarily have to bring peace to the foreground. And asking for further improvement of relations, we support Pristina-Belgrade process to ensure stability and peace prevail in the region. It is our sincere wish that the process is finalized. For regional peace and stability, we are ready to exert all efforts in our power, I would like to reiterate. During our talks, we also addressed our common fight against FETÖ. Attacking our democracy and martyrizing 251 citizens of our country. This terror group and its existence has to come to an end. This is of great importance. And to my valuable counterpart, I expressed our righteous expectations. And with these thoughts in mind, as I conclude, I hope the decisions we have made and as well the agreements we just signed will be auspicious for both of our countries. I would like to thank to the President and her delegation for their visit to Türkiye, and I would like to send my personal greetings to the brotherly people of Kosovo, and I would like to extend our greetings on behalf of my nation.
Çok teşekkür ederim Sayın Cumhurbaşkan. Faleminderit shumë i nderuar President Erdoğan, të nderuar ministra, që jeni sot këtu prezent, të nderuar përfaqësues të mediave.
I would like to thank to the members of press as well. I'm very happy to be here and to be hosted by the President of the Republic of Turkey with my delegation. As a part of this delegation, we have representatives from military, from the parliament, and from all relevant authorities. These efforts show our sincerity, and we exert efforts so that we can further improve our relations with Turkey. We need to work together to further deepen our relations. I would like to thank to the people of Turkey and all Turkish authorities for all the support they have given to us. We have observed their support on personal level and also in the international arena. Our relations also do extend to humanitarian and economic dimensions, and we will further strengthen our relations. In the international arena, Turkey has always helped us. In particular, Mr. President Erdoğan personally has always supported us, and I would like to state that we very much welcome the support lent to us by Turkey, and we recognize the sincere efforts of Turkey and President Erdoğan. Turkey has been one of the first countries which recognized Kosovo officially, and Turkey opened the channels of communication and worked hard so that other countries across the world also could recognize us. We are still working on that matter, and we also, on the other hand, see the developments unfolding in Ukraine, and thinking of all of those developments, we think that it's about time Kosovo also becomes a member to NATO. So the support given to Kosovo by Turkey is of great importance for us, and I would like to once again thank to Mr. President for all the support. We have deep relations, close relations in between both of our peoples, and we will further, of course, expand the scope of our cooperation. Many fields will be the areas of cooperation for us, such as health, tourism, education, trade, and many others. I would like to thank for the continuous support. The support of Turkey has supported in 1990s. Indeed, Turkey had also supported us back then, hosting many asylum seekers from Kosovo. I would like to thank for the assistance Turkey has given to us throughout this pandemic period as well. The assistance in the field of health and also supplying of medical devices were of great initiatives. We believe Turkey can also support Kosovo in its trajectory for membership to NATO. We will be contributing to the stability in the Balkans region this way. We also know that there are many Turkish people living in Kosovo and many Albanian people living in Turkey, and they do serve as the bridges, if you will, of our good relations. Distinguished members of press, distinguished members of delegation, we would like to reiterate that Kosovo supports fully the full sovereignty of Ukraine. In the face of the Russian aggression, they are very much challenged, the Ukrainian people. We also appreciate the support given by President Erdoğan for the Ukrainian people, because this current situation is a big challenge for our continent. During our talk with Mr. President, we also expressed our thoughts clearly. Russia's goal is clear, and creating instability in the Western Balkans could be one of the reasons. And I would like to state that the Balkan region, which would be in instability, will only be a problem for the people, for the communities of the region overall. Therefore, we must all try to make sure that peace prevails and is not disrupted. We need to support the territorial integrity of the countries of the region. And Serbia is also trying to get support from the current events and also move ahead on this pretext. But the goals of Russia are very clear. That's why we have to stand very much determined. The footage images coming from Ukraine once again do prove that people need to come together and stand closer. We are in communication with our allies, and we will be working to ensure that our region is in stability. And I'm sure that peace will triumph once again. Equality among states is crucial. Therefore, all countries of the region should be members to NATO. This is of great importance, and Turkey has supported us in this regard. The goals, the objectives of our people and our country, our government, are very clear. That's why we expect to get support from Turkey for Kosovo's membership to NATO. Turkey has always shown their support. They have also, the Turkish people have also showed their positive approaches as regards the Serbian issue. And during our talks, I told to Mr. Erdoğan that there were many proposals about the relations in between Serbia and Kosovo. However, Serbia always rejected those proposals. However, during our talks, I expressed that Kosovo still opts for dialogue. Kosovo faces the negative approaches by the Serbian side. However, we try our best not to allow these. We cooperate with our partners. Our allies indeed have not left us alone. Our most important ally, the Republic of Turkey, has never turned its back to us. They have always supported the people of Kosovo and also the government of Kosovo. I firmly believe that we will further improve our relations, and it will be to the good of both of our countries' peoples and the stability of the region. And Kosovo's membership to international platforms will be instrumental in this regard. We are very much willing to continue with our cooperation with you, Mr. President. Thank you very much again. Now we will be leaving the floor to the members of press. One question from the Kosovo side and one question from Turkey side. We will be leaving the floor to our guests first. The floor is yours. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I have a question for you. As a world leader, we very much know your influence, your power, and Ms. Osmani also mentioned Kosovo's possible membership to NATO and support needed for that. So do you think you could be of help in this regard? Any support that you can lend will be, of course, appreciated tremendously. Thank you. As known, as regards recognition of Kosovo. The first country which recognized the Republic of Kosovo was the United States of America, and I was serving as the Prime Minister of the country back then. We were at the cabinet meeting. We received the news, and immediately we were the second country which recognized Kosovo officially. And for a recognition of Kosovo across the world since then, we have taken many steps ahead. And the foreign minister of the time and also many other officials and authorities did conduct many relevant work, and we accelerated this process of recognition, and we still continue to contribute, and we still have some talks with certain countries for the recognition of Kosovo. During our talks with my dear sister Osmani, she shared some names of the countries with me so that we can start relevant work to ensure the recognition of Kosovo and increase the number of those countries across the world. As regards the NATO issue, as an important member of NATO, of course, Türkiye does not have an issue about that. We, of course, do not need to get some permits or permission from somewhere else to recognize Kosovo. We have taken our steps ahead in this direction, and as a member of NATO, we do recognize Kosovo, of course, officially. I guess this answer will be sufficient. From Haber Global, my name is Özge Çalışkan. My question is to President Erdoğan. The attacks by Russia to Ukraine are ongoing, and also now on the agenda is the membership of Ukraine to NATO. And Turkey also has voiced its support to Ukraine. And on the other hand, do you think that there is a positive expectation for Turkey's accession to the EU? And also there are certain sanctions imposed on Russia in this current environment. How would you like to comment on these, Mr. President? Firstly, 1959 and 1963. As you all know, were the years when the stalling tactics by the EU as regards Turkey's accession took place. And since then, Turkey has not still been a member to the EU. And now, right now, we have this new agenda about Ukraine. And now the issues as regards maybe accession of Ukraine to the EU. We so far, and we will not, of course, tell anybody if they should or not. We are responsible of our own. However, the efforts to admit Ukraine into the EU are appreciated. We appreciate that. This is a good move. And still, I would like to then ask the leaders of the EU, then why do you still doubt or hesitate to also include Turkey into the EU? As regards NATO, our stance is clear. We do not stand in the way of further expansion of NATO. On the contrary, we have always defended the idea that further expansion of the alliance will be for the good of all. And when we express all these, we say so for the peace of the world. And we want that so that we can contribute further to a world peace. However, when it comes to the EU, I once again would like to say to the members of the EU EU that you should please show the same sensitivity you show to Ukraine for Turkey as well. Otherwise, if some do open wage war to Turkey and attack, then will you take Turkey into your agenda only then? Among the EU member states, in the field of defense industry, there are many countries we need to cooperate. And many of those member states are at the same time members to NATO. Even though they're member states to NATO and Turkey is a member state to NATO, there are some countries who do not feel positive about cooperation in the field of defense, and also many tools and equipment that they should be supplying to Turkey. Isn't this a necessity of our cooperation and solidarity? Do they expect another war to break out? And now members of the EU speak words, talk the talk. The members of NATO also do the same. However, Zelensky makes a speech, and after that, at the parliament in the EU, they do give a standing ovation. And it is a good development. Then it also again shows that one evil would be equal to 1,000 advices for one to hear only. However, this is not Turkey is concerned about. Turkey always preserves its position, its clear stance, and we always stand with the downtrodden, with the oppressed. And our call to Ukraine and Russia is that immediately the fire should cease, and Russia and as well Ukraine should contribute to world peace together. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And you've been watching a joint press conference between the leaders of Kosovo and Turkey. The Kosovo president, Osmani, is currently on a visit to Türkiye. She stressed the importance of the close relationship between the two countries and highlighted the fact that Türkiye was one of the world's first countries to recognize Kosovo as an independent nation back in 2008. Our diplomatic correspondent, Andrew Hopkins, has been listening to this joint media conference between the two leaders, and he joins us now. Hi there, Andrew. The two leaders also signed a number of bilateral agreements. Tell us more about this visit from Kosovo's president to Türkiye.
Yeah, that's right. They signed 3 agreements which relate to cooperation between the two foreign ministries, also youth and sports and forestry. But I just want to raise a couple of issues that were sort of brought up in the question and answer session there, which proved to be quite interesting. One of them is the question of Kosovo's membership of NATO, which the President was asked about there. Now, in the last few days, the Kosovan Defence Minister has suggested that there should be a NATO base in Kosovo, particularly bearing in mind what is happening in Ukraine at the moment. And he's saying, and that was repeated by the